Thought of the day. And this is a bit of a rambling one because I'll be the first to admit that I haven't really thought this all the way through, to be honest. But that's why this is a thought of the day. And I'd love to hear you guys, thoughts on this in the comments below. But is a libertarian utopian society possible? Now, I'm libertarian. And so this is strictly just my personal view, not something I think that may or may not be shared by other libertarians or certainly libertarians as a whole. But the idea of this libertarian society, this full grouping of people that make up all aspects of society, basically all having the you do you bro attitude, okay? That's kind of how I explain it. It's much more nuanced than that, but the idea of like, hey, I do what I do, you do what you do, and as long as whatever you do doesn't hurt me, and whatever I do doesn't hurt you, we're cool. That's kind of what I'm talking about. And again, there's a lot more to it when you get into certain aspects of libertarianism and things like that. But is that type of utopian society possible? And here's my personal thoughts on the matter. The short answer is no. No, it's not. Some libertarians are going to be very angry that I said that and very surprised that I said that. But the idea of society having common shared beliefs and values and goals and things like that, and being very cohesive and being joined together culturally is not something that's necessarily possible if everybody has a you do you bro attitude. It's just not. Not from a practical and realistic standpoint. So if that's true, and I'm not saying it is, this is just my personal feelings on it. And again, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think, especially you libertarians out there. If that's true, why even bother being a libertarian? Why bother having that attitude in your personal life? Why fight against the machine? And to me, the idea is pretty simple. Is either having groups of people who are just straight, strong in their belief libertarians, or maybe lots of people, maybe even everyone in society having a libertarian streak running through them, I think is a societal, cultural, and especially political check and balance. I think this is something that the quote-unquote American spirit has fostered very well. The idea of, hey, you shouldn't be able to tell me what to do. Again, is it conducive to a cohesive society? Not necessarily, because you don't end up with a cohesive society that has shared goals and values. If everybody has that attitude, it's kind of hard to accomplish the end result of being a society, and it's kind of hard to politically do anything, when everybody just is looking out for themselves, and the only thing they really worry about when it comes to other people is, well, as long as I don't hurt them, it's fine. Because it's hard to have, city councils that get together and figure out what the community needs. Again, even without taxes, right? Which I'm vehemently against. So it's hard to have a cohesive military that can protect, society's borders and things like that. With that attitude, I acknowledge, I accept, I understand all that, but I still think libertarian ideas and values are beneficial to society. I think if everybody had more of a libertarian streak in them and less of a left streak or a right streak or whatever, and I'm not saying completely 100%, but if everybody had that in the back of their head, hey, Leave me alone. Don't tell me what to do. And I'll leave you alone and won't tell you what to do. I think society would be a little politer. I think society would be a little nicer. Now, again, that doesn't work out on every particular topic of societal importance, but it certainly works for a lot of them. So that's kind of my rambling answer. Is a society, that's just fostering this libertarian idea, this libertarian utopia, is it possible? I don't really think it is, because at that point it's not really a society. But is it useful? That I think it is. Libertarians having this ideological bent and trying to achieve something that may never quite be possible, I think is good and useful for society.